What's going on, guys? Will Blandon, aka Nice Guy Driver. Somebody said in the comments in one of my rideshare videos, why does he dress so warmly? What, is your car broke? Let's be clear, it's not summer yet. In the mornings, in our rainy days, it's still cold. What is wrong with you people? It's still cold. Yeah, we get a few 50, 60 degree days randomly, but that's rare. But one thing I do like about these rainy days, they're good for footage because the sunny days always cause a glare on the video. But that's why I'm dressed so warmly. Yes, my heat works, but I just got in the car. And you know how when you just get in the car, you just want to go? I gave it a few minutes and I just want to go. I didn't give time for it to get hot. I guess some of you sit in the car 15, 20 minutes waiting for it to get hot before you leave. No, I'm on the go. I got the entrepreneurial lifestyle. You got to be always moving. But I wanted to talk about a little bit about my journey. I just had to get that out about that comment. I just thought it was hilarious. But back, my last job, physical job, my last retail job was Bed Bath & Beyond, but my last physical job was a group home. And right before that, it was a community center, nonprofit, similar situation. You know, dealing with mentally challenged, mentally disabled people. Some of them were pedophiles, so forth, so on. But this right before I gave this guy E. Dean Cole to scam me to set up my holding company that I have now. It was probably right before the pandemic. Was it right before the pandemic? No, the pandemic kind of had, it's hard to say, because 2019, technically I started hearing about the pandemic, and you could kind of say it was in full scale by 2020. I want to say this was before the pandemic, right before. I was still driving for Uber and Lyft. This is before I stopped driving for Uber and Lyft for like probably a good 6 months to almost a year. I stopped driving, I think around 2020. But yeah, it's probably around late 2019, early 2020. And I was still driving, but my car had trouble. That's what it was. I bought a car in Waterbury. Biggest mistake of my life. This is still when I'm living in Waterbury, Connecticut. If you know anything about Connecticut, Waterbury, I know there's some good people there. I know this. But Waterbury is pretty much the bottom of the barrel as far as Connecticut living. In my opinion, I put it below New Haven, below Bridgeport. Even though they got rough areas too, it's just the crime rate for a town that's not considered large is ridiculous, I think, due to outsiders. So I'm going to say that it's not people born necessarily and raised in Waterbury that's the majority of the problems. You know, so what was I getting at? So yeah, Waterbury, and I just was trying to find a way to kind of get out of Uber and Lyft. So I bought a car there. My other car, honestly, Uber and Lyft is just going to destroy every car you had. But the current car I had was a car I was mostly attached to, was a Chevy Trax. But I kept having issues with people trying to fix it. So I bought the Subaru in Waterbury. Lasted me literally 6 months. I think I paid $6 grand for it. And I think when I eventually sold it, I think I got close to 3. So it was like I rented a car for 6 months. And that's when I came across E. Dean Cole. And I say he scammed me, but he set up the entity. He had some kid set up the entity. But when I found out the price I was charged, that's where the scam comes in. And he did not do any of the, he had the, I call them strategy sessions, but he had like these calls where he gets on the phone with you live. Excuse me. And I was supposed to have up to five of those calls for the package. I think I got one. I got him on the phone one time. And that's the person who I could tell when people start making money, they get an ego when they're online. I could tell this. I may get it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I may get it. I don't have it now because I'm really humble now because I'm still broke. But I'm a lot further than a lot of people that are going to watch this video because I have the infrastructure to become rich, because I actually have a business entity set up. I did acquire credit along this journey. I do have packages, and I do have internet income system, and I have the traffic from YouTube, which is starting to work thanks to the training I got in internet income system. So I'm a lot further than some of you guys are, purely on the basis that if some freak of nature where I get a crazy amount of sales, I'm prepared for it. Where some of you aren't being prepared, you don't even have your business entity set up. So I got a lot of things going for me, but I'm still hard on myself because I'm not getting the traffic I think I deserve. But it's hard work. You can't give up. I'm learning that in the training. You have to stay disciplined. I've got a lot of tools. Opus Clip has been so probably invaluable to my business. Just having Opus Clips, that one AI tool to have the ability to make long form content into shorts. That's going to grow my media company dramatically. So I have a holding company, but it's basically, in all honesty, it's just basically an affiliate marketing business. So I have a bunch of affiliate offers. If anybody makes a sale, I got PayHip. I use PayHip for my payment portal. Anybody buys something, it goes to my PayHip portal, and it sends it to my business account that I have set up in Navy Federal. I've done videos on that. I'll try to remember to link that last video I talked about Navy Federal. I'll try to remember to link those below about Navy Federal. I do use PayPal on occasion. On the personal level, with the trying to build out my own courier private rideshare company, I think I am going to have to start using Cash App at some point. And I'm going to have to structure my transportation business, let's call it, in a separate entity at some point in time. I don't think I'm there yet, but I am going to have to structure an entity just for the transportation stuff, because you want to have that separate. It can be under the holding company, quite honestly. It can be, but I think the only difficulty is with that is I'm going to have to set it up in my own name, because companies like Uber and Lyft, they don't understand the whole holding company structure, and if they see another entity owns this entity, it hurts their brain, so they just won't approve it, you know, and it just makes it easier to just do everything under a, say, LLC in my name, and I can always have the sell it to my holding company later. It's always an option. So it'll probably be a separate entity, probably a basic LLC. That's what's going to get me the physical money in the real world, is having a transportation type business, you know, because I'm already doing that. Now the online part is where the big money down the line is going to come from. I'm talking like triple of what you're making in the transportation stuff. You'll eventually make on the online side if you stay disciplined and you get the online training. I truly believe this. I'm not there yet, but I truly believe it takes time to build the online business. That's the only negative part about it. But when you look at the plus size, there's nothing to maintenance. There's no physical products to ship. The training does all the training for you, so you're not even having to physically train anybody. And this is great because basically with this one company, you could create a marketing agency with just internet income system by itself. It's just I'm branding myself so that it appears that it's actually my agency. That's how I want to brand myself. But basically, I won't even be doing the work. You know, they do all the training, and they also give you the video funnels so you can create your own funnels. There are several Facebook groups to support the company. And with the training with Atlas Academy, it's a separate platform, but that's included. You'll get training from some of the best online marketers in the country that are going to show you how to navigate upwards from, which I think everybody's looking for the sweet spot, which is 5 to 10 grand a month. That's all you really need, 5 to 10 grand a month in a basic LLC, a corporation even better. You could get unlimited amounts of credit in your business over time. They just want to see residual money running through your corporation. And then with the funding sources I have, and some of you heard of the funding sources, like if you're on YouTube a lot, you've heard of some of these companies, but the average person didn't hear of these companies because I keep my ear to the ground. I have some of the biggest law firms in the country, some of the biggest filing companies if you don't want to use a law firm, some of the best platforms, free and paid. There's a lot of good free stuff thanks to AI technology to use to basically monitor everything. An internet income system, they give your own platform, you know, and all you need is your own domain, and they will even give you a landing page. You could use video funnels to create your own landing page. The possibilities are endless with just that one tool, but they go into other tools. Like I'm using Pic3 AI to build my long videos, faceless videos that I'm not in. I'm using, of course, Opus Clips for the long form, the short form clips, and using other people's content. Yes, I said it, legally, other people's content to grow all my channels right now. And it has worked successfully so far. I have two channels that literally just 2 months ago I only had like 300 subscribers. Now they're at over 6. One of them's almost 700 subscribers, on the way to being 1,000 subscribers. I can almost guarantee in a few months. I don't think I'm going to necessarily monetize that channel because it's got a lot of shorts. But my Nice Guy Driver channel has enough long form and short to be monetized soon, shortly, like possibly this month. If you haven't subscribed to that and you're watching this on the other channel, go over to Nice Guy Driver and subscribe to my Uber Lyft stuff, because that's purely the Uber Lyft stuff. and you see the journey of me trying to get out of the rideshare game and trying to form my own transportation company. That's all we're going to talk about on there. But these other channels, we're going to talk about building an online business. You know? And the goal is to get out of rideshare, but have some type of transportation business to funnel building my online stuff, because the goal is the online stuff is going to make way more money down the line. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's been proven by other people who have done it. And then I don't want to grow a big fleet like a lot of these. The reason why a lot of these, I think, people that do Toro and all these other car type businesses, I think they rack their brains because they actually invest in too many vehicles. All I need is like 3 drivers, guys, and I can create a 6-figure business. 3 drivers. I will be the 4th and the backup, and I would have a 6-figure business. Now the drivers, if I do the courier thing, provide them with courier trips, they can easily make, they can make more than I make, just depending on how long they want to drive a day. You know, I would try to restrict them to 8 hours a day, so you don't wear out your vehicles as fast. You can keep up with the maintenance. And like I said, you don't need a lot of drivers. 3 drivers. And then the only other thing I recommend, not hiring family. Hire experienced drivers better than myself. Done. And the only reason why I say I'm going to be the backup is because you're going to get used to that level of money. And let's say some guy, for what, freak of nature, he has an accident, or he just wants to go on vacation for 2 weeks. You're going to want to keep up that income. So that's where I would come in and maybe drive those 2 weeks while he's gone. I'll be glad to. If I'm bringing in those kind of numbers, I'll be glad to drive. But I don't want to drive every day for Uber and Lyft. It's just become, and I support the drivers, you know, probably forever. I'll probably support Uber and Lyft drivers no matter what. I always consider myself a rideshare driver, no matter what I'm doing. I always have, even when I quit during the pandemic. It's just I can't get myself caught up in doing rideshare the rest of my life when I have an online business that I know is going to make more than this. It's just, I'm like these young people, I'm in a rush. This is why I'm older, I'm middle-aged, but I feel like I can relate to people that are younger, because during the pandemic, a lot of people, or young people, were quitting their job. I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm just saying it came out of a need to want to do something meaningful in your life that actually makes enough money to support your lifestyle. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not saying that marketing is for everybody. It's not. But when you consider you no longer have to show your face, so you could be an introvert and build something faceless, how hard it could get. Everybody, I think, should become a marketer, because that's where you get the advertising dollars to. Once you get advertisers back in your company, you made it. So it's almost like everybody should be a marketer, because now you don't need to show your face. And you have social media, you have AI technology. So there's no excuse. I really don't understand what some of you are waiting for. Some of you watching this video will blow me off and still not go start a channel, even though it's so easy now. You could literally go on YouTube and type in how to start a YouTube channel, and all these people will pop up. I'm not saying I'm the one to train you how to start a YouTube channel. But I am saying sign up for Internet Income System, and they will show you how to start a YouTube channel the right way. Links below, or go to blandrake.com or williamblandick.com and get on board now. What are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, comment, click that bell icon, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one.